welcome back. Now we did not give the chance, though we were a little critical of the Congress, and now this last 15-20 minutes we would like to discuss. What next, because whatever the situation is there, next would be Bihar, which is still far away from Goa, and then would be Goa. So Vijay, I think Delhi is a lot like Goa, because half of Delhi is in Asagaon. And now they are shifting to I don't know where, Basmara, and they are shifting to Aldana. So so I can say that Goa is a lot. In North Goa, you are at North Goa anyway. So there's a lot of Delhi. So Goa also will be an issue. But is it good strategy, like whatever I said, is it good strategy to attack and weaken people who are in opposition to the BJP instead of attacking the BJP? I don't know. This is just my thought.
तुम्ही पहिला असतले की आम्ही आता लास्ट 10 years आम्ही पावरान ना, त्याच्या पयलीं पावरान आसले आनी ते डेव्हलपमेंट आनी दिल्लीचें नांव म्हणटा पळय, लायक वर्ल्डार पळयलें जाल्यार काँग्रेसा शिवाय आनी कोणी करूं ना. द वे शिला दीक्षित टायम हॅज वी आर डेव्हलप, आनी मागीर तुमी म्हणटाले केजरीवालान जे करप्शनाचे आणि ह्या इश्यू घेऊन
आम्ही म्हणून ना, काँग्रेस फाइल्ड द केस.
आता ते लोक खंय आसात ते पळोवपाची क्वेश्चन आहा. ते लोक करप्शन जेंचेर तुमी अटॅक केल्ले कळ्ळें, केजरीवालान बी, आनी तुमी म्हणटा कितें आतां नाव वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट वाय अटॅकिंग आप. तो आपान कितें तरी मिस्टेक केल्या न्हू, थंय दे वर रुलींग एज अ पॉलिटिकली आमी जर सिनारो हे करता जाल्यार वी आर ऑलवेज वी आर अटॅकिंग द रुलींग पार्टी. ओके, कित्याक आमकां दिसना की BJP येतली म्हणून थंयसर, कळ्ळें. आनी सेकंड थिंग तुमी म्हणटाले कितें ब्लॉक, इंडिया ब्लॉक पळय, केन्ना केन्ना कितें आसता, सगळें विसरून कितें तरी वाचोवच्या खातीर सगळ्यांनी एकी कडेन येवपाचें आसता. सो वी हॅड कम दॅट टायम अगेन्स्ट, आनी दॅट इज अ गुड स्ट्रॅटजी अँड गुड थिंग वी आर डन. इट वर्क. नाल्यार माथ्यार वचपाचें, कळ्ळें, माथ्यार बसून नाचपाचें ते, कळ्ळें. आनी करप्शन लेवलाचेर जे करप्शन लेवल आतां उलयतात पळय ते, कळ्ळें, ज्या जाग्यार काँग्रेसाचे तुमचें करप्शन लेवल इतलें वाडलां की ते पळोवपाच नाका. दीस नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ दिल्ली, इट इज एवरीवेअर इन वी कॅन सी
बीजेपी.
आय एम टॉकिंग अबाउट BJP. आय एम BJP. कित्याक तुमी पयल्यार जर टॉपीक काडलो इंडिया ब्लॉक कित्याक आयले आनी आतां कित्याक करूं ना, प्रत्येक तुम्ही जर सिक्वेन्स आणि आयडियाज पॉलिटिकल धरी जाल्यार कितें तरी आसतले. एक तर तांकां थोडे सीट्स मान्य नसतले, BJP शेअरिंग नसतले, नाल्यार काँग्रेसीक नसतले, आनी इंटरनल लिडर्स आसा तेंचे कितें तरी मतभेद जावन आसतले. इट मे बी. आनी तो रिजल्ट येतलो उपरांत कळटले बाबा आमी हांगा चूक केली, हांगा करूंक ना. जशी आमी गोंयान कितें तरी चूक केली 2022 काँग्रेसीन चूक केली ती 22 बिकॉज टेकिंग ऑल लिडर्स इनसाइड्स.
लिडर्स
आतले BJPचे थोडे लिडर हांगा घेतले न्हू आमी आनी टिकेटी दिले, ती आमकां माल पडली कित्याक काँग्रेसाच्या लोक फेवरान आसले. बट दीस आवर सम लिडर्स हॅड मेड मिस्टेक्स. ओके, तशें लोकल लिडरांनी थंय तरी कितें तरी जालें आसतलें, आनी दॅट वील कम ऑन द रिजल्ट ऑन सॅटर्डे. बट आय थिंक्स ओके, म्हाका तितून काय उलोवपाचें ना, बट रिजल्ट वील प्रूव.
बट काँग्रेस विल गेट सीट्स,
लोकांनी चिंतले जाल्यार
कोण म्हणजे तुमच्या हितून कोण गव्हर्मेंट फॉर्मेशन कोण करतलो?
गव्हर्मेंट म्हाका दिसता सगळे बॉर्डरीचेर आसतले. मागीर तेन्ना एक खंय तरी हात आमकां दिवचो पडटलो आनी दुसऱ्यान हात आमकां घेवचो पडटलो, कळ्ळें न्हू, घेवचो पडटलो. सो अशें दिसता.
BJP
एक्सेप्ट BJPचो हात हांवें म्हणूं ना न्हू, हात आमकां पयलीं कोणी दिला आमचे. वी आर एगेन्स्ट BJPचे आमची फायट फक्त BJPच्या वांगडा.
but that's my point.
No. Now consider a scenario where AAP gets say 25 or 30 seats and Congress gets around 10. So then what?
दिवचे पडटले न्हू, दिवचे पडटले.
First government when Arvind Kejriwal formed left within 47 days on his principles. We'll have to see if whatever he is saying will be true.
No, but Arre Baba, you guys wait यार, you guys are my point.
म्हाका कळना खंयच्या प्रिन्सिपलाचेर उलयता म्हणून. तुमी BJPचे प्रिन्सिपल खंय गेले आयचे? फॉरगेट अबाउट गोवान आमी प्रिन्सिपल नात BJPचे काय, कळ्ळें तुका. प्रिन्सिपल ना हेडमास्टरूय ना तेका, कळ्ळें तुका. सो दिल्ली आणि आम्ही महाराष्ट्रात पळयला न्हू सगळे बाकीचे स्टेटीन करपाक लागले आता ते गोंयांसून स्टार्ट केले ते बाकीचे स्टेटांसून स्टार्ट केले
सुरेश बाबान सांगलेले नो एनीवे द वेलफेअर स्कीम्स ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम गोवा ओनली
कोण ना
सो एव्हरीथिंग स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम गोवा नो
नो बाय मिस्टेक म्हाका तेका त्या खबर ना वेलफेअर स्ट्रीट नॉट स्टार्टेड बाय पर्रीकर
वो स्टार्टेड बाय खला
आता वेलफेअर स्ट्रीट म्हणटा पळय ती काँग्रेसीन स्टार्ट केल्ली
खलप.
नो नो या खलपान
He was not in Congress at the time. He was
No,
not-
no.
Which scheme can I?
हीच
Yeah, yeah.
हेल्थ वेलफेअर म्हणटा पळय ती लायक हेल्थ स्कीम आता पर्रीकरान दिल्ली ती फ्री बीज कळ्ळें न्हू तुका लाडली लक्ष्मी आनी कितें दिलें पळय ना नाव तुम्ही नाव ते तुम्ही सोशल वेलफेअर दिले लोकांक न्ही अजून जे
Like that, you also promised something.
जे हे आसा पळय म्हाका
I don't know how
काँग्रेस
it is.
जाणटे आसा पळय अजूनय पावना
खटाखट
अजूनय पैसे पावना
खटाखट what- अरे
अजून पैसे पावता तांकां सांगा तुमी
अजून पैसे पावता कर्नाटकांक पावले
गोंयाचे पैसे पावले तांकां
ज्या जाग्यार तुमचं सरकार आहे, ते पावले विचार पण तांकां
But Viraj,
Social
my
welfare.
point here is ultimately it is
Social
whatever you
welfare
call it,
पैसे मिळना.
It's not a
Till
free
now.
why? Because somebody is paying for it. But ultimately, see the importance of the social welfare schemes. Now the issue here, which again has to be discussed, is what the RBI and even Prime Minister has been saying that there is no money. In fact, the BJP, the Suresh, this is a point for you also. That even the Delhi budget has dropped, and with these new schemes will drop even further.
See
deficit,
look at the fiscal deficit in Delhi
Yeah.
has reduced over the last 11 years.
Fiscal deficit, yes, but the actual surplus is dropped because of the schemes.
So-
So
Yeah,
the point,
but-
no, my point
but
is not
then-
that. No, I'm
But then
not.
one second, in the Delhi budget, if the Delhi government is not going to spend and use the money for services given to the Delhi public, then who are they going to do it
Yeah,
for?
fair enough. That's what I'm saying.
So if we were giving so many freebies and so many services for free, the fiscal deficit should have reduced
No.
drastically in 11 years. Oh, sorry, the fiscal deficit should have increased drastically. It has not increased drastically.
My point is not that. My point is that these social welfare schemes are very important because see the way they're fighting about
सोशल वेलफेअर आणि फ्रीबीज यांच्यानी कोणाकूय दिली ते खबर आहा न्हू तुमकां
freebies-
गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंटाकूय दिली आयज ऑलमोस्ट 1200 लोकांचे परत त्यांचे अकाउंट सीज करून पैसे दिवपाक
Yeah, yeah.
बट ऑन दॅट नो इट इज नॉट करेक्ट नो आम्ही
No, I
फ्रीबीज
agree. I
सोशल
agree.
वेलफेअर कोणाक दिता त्या गरिबांनी पावोंक जाय म्हणून
Exactly.
त्याच्याकडे पावना
So
म्हणून
that is-
त्यांच्यानी या लास्ट 10-12 वर्सां कोणाक फ्रीबीज आपल्याच मनशांक दिली थंयसर गव्हर्नमेंट नो ट्रॅक रेकॉर्ड
काँग्रेस you apply you will get the scheme
म्हणजे कितें
So,
गव्हर्नमेंट
ते column हा बाबा which party you belong to
See, that is the problem. That is the problem with.
everywhere it is there.
It is given
With
for
all due respect,
not
that is the
proper.
problem with BJP. See, what happens is,
Not-
like for example in Goa, if you all are in power, those applications are collected by the MLAs who are in ruling, and then those applications are pushed, and that's got.
You can
Whereas
clearly
in
ask.
Delhi,
You can clearly ask Wenzi if his application going on.
because he's going and collecting applications.
From
He's going and collecting
every
applications.
MLA has set up an office. People come to them,
So tell
and
me
the
something.
service is provided.
Tell me something.
One
What
second,
happens?
one second, guys, one second. Hold on. Pause. 1, 2, 3, pause. The point here, Viraj, is ultimately, again, I don't think the first time when I said it, they even got it. My point is ultimately welfare schemes, I'm not saying freebies, I agree, because it's not a freebie, it's government money. These social welfare schemes are important. Now there are 3 different parties ruling. They are ruling 2 states. How many states? 13, 14 states you all are ruling. And Congress is ruling on its own. I think, I don't know, 1, 2. How many you all are ruling?
3.
Himachal.
Three. Himachal, Telangana,
So 14, 16, 17, 20 states are represented here in this on this panel. All 20 states are welfare eating are important.
Exactly.
You all are
They are
fighting over the
important.
efficiency of the welfare schemes. I'm not saying that.
They're very
Efficiency-
important.
Yeah.
See, when we were.
One sec. This is we are analysis is importance of welfare schemes.
No,
So the point is
it is
this
important.
is important.
It is important.
So, welfare scheme, I think, in recent times has taken center stage and even gone ahead of the good governance and the other projects. So, as far as elections are concerned, these welfare schemes was initially, I remember when I was
Earlier it was
small.
only Shakuti and whatever.
No,
and whatever.
I remember it was in the
Now
south.
it's become welfare
It was in the south. Usually the DMK and the AIDMK used to
Yeah,
promise
yeah.
TVs and some used to
Correct,
promise
correct.
utensils and stuff like that. But the other states, this was not being done. But last 5-7 years it has started, and last 1 or 2 years it has taken center stage. Every party is promising. AAP promises, BJP promises slightly more than AAP promises.
Yeah,
something else.
2,100 and 2,500.
So why is this? Because I think it is more of a demand supply thing. I don't blame the political parties for doing it. The electorate wants it, so they are compelled to do it.
See, let me.
And it is working in a lot of places.
But
So
the point
there
is
is
it's
a-
working, right?
there
You'll
is-
have to admit.
You know,
it's
one
working.
minute. There is a difference between welfare
आम्ही
schemes.
ज्यांना वेलफेअर म्हणता आपण,
Vijay, one
welfare.
second. There is a
Okay.
difference between welfare schemes, okay, and delivery of the welfare scheme. Like for example, what he said, Jayalalitha used to give people in
Sari.
no, she had given people mixers in Tamil Nadu. Okay, just by giving them mixers, the women saved a lot of time in the kitchen, right? And they were very happy about that, and it changed their lives. The delivery of the welfare schemes is what is this? There has been no government that has been able to deliver on welfare like the way Aam Aadmi Party has delivered, and that nobody
I
can
don't
doubt.
think the BJP will agree with
No,
it.
so
We'll
tell
ask
me
them.
one state where they have been able to on such a large scale. See, when Aam Aadmi Party came to power, they did not say that, like, we will give you the 200 rupees free, 200 units free electricity if you get your MLA signature and then fill the form and then stand in line.
You can ask people of Punjab how much they've delivered in
They
the
said
last
blanket
2 or 3 years.
People of Punjab, today the election results for mayors of Amritsar, Bhatinda, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Patiala and Phagwara have been come. And all 6 mayors have been elected from Aam Aadmi Party.
All
So
over
let's not talk
Punjab,
about
you will have
if you-
promised more than skies, but what actually on
See,
ground is there? You
there
can
is
go and ask people.
there is
of
no
Punjab.
other place where in one shot they said 200 units will be free and every bill 200 units for free. It didn't matter whether you were the
Doesn't matter, we are
Ambani,
giving free
whether you were the
water in Goa.
Ambani
Today,
household.
yesterday I received a bill, 0 rupees bill of water.
Really?
So
Yeah.
How I get paid for
Yeah,
that?
no,
today I got a bill in the morning.
See, that's what I'm saying. No, this is
That
this is
bill
the
came
brilliance
and
of
gave me
this
the
is the
bill
brilliance of
and
BJP.
even-
BJP people get free.
We are delivering 16,000
zero bill for household.
it is not for
It is only for
housing
BJP
society and
people.
flat owners. It's for individual houses.
आम काय होणार आहे
तुमका ते
मला
तुमचं
दिसतं त्यांनी मशीन केलं मशीन चेंज केलं असतले
ना,
याच रूमान
ते
मंडळ अध्यक्ष
मीटर आपादो काय ना ना एका पैसे बरोबर किती उलयता हो
मशीनची
एव्हरीवन इज अवेअरिंग दॅट स्कीम
आमका बाबा 200-300 रुपये आता
होय रे कोणाक मेवला रे
अरे म्हाका आयज बिल हाडून दिला तेणी 0 बिल
बाबा तुका दितले
तुका दिलंय ते
बीजेपीचे कार्यकर्ता मेवता
दिस इज
बाकी अरे बराबर
whatever he is saying
there are 8 people in this room.
I don't agree with this.
Can we go back to Delhi?
I don't agree with this.
So
Okay,
let's
fine.
talk about these welfare schemes.
Welfare schemes
Let's talk
are
about
given
welfare
to
schemes.
each and every household. You go and apply.
Let's talk about welfare schemes.
If you fit
electricity
in the
bill
criteria,
was
you will
made
get it.
zero for everybody. Okay, mohalla clinics were opened up all across
So
Delhi.
it is not only for flats, everything.
It is not only for the jhuggiwala or for everybody. When I go to Delhi, I stay in a very posh colony. Everybody in that posh colony also gets 200 units free. So see, when you deliver welfare, you have to deliver it like the way Aam Aadmi Party does. No other government is being able to deliver it like the way Aam Aadmi
Karnataka,
Party
they have
does.
done a very good
I'll give you a very I'll give you a very
In south of India, we have utmost state of the art hospitals. Our hospitals.
South India?
All over south of India, Goa is ranking much higher than all of the states in the health sector.
That is true. Not health sector.
No, not the health sector.
GMC.
Not the health sector. Just
GMC.
because one hospital, GMC, just because one
Not health
hospital
sector.
is
Our
good.
facility,
Nah, nah.
our facility cannot be compared
No,
to any
no,
other.
no. Primary.
See,
GMC is run
GMC
by the government.
GMC is very good. It was
GMC
initially started by Dr. Willi and Manorba, the late Manorba Parry had taken it to another level.
GMC agree.
Now we are talking
GMC,
about
but-
cancer hospital.
But what about the primary health care? What about the primary health
are a
care?
flop. Go and
Primary
check.
health care centers on काहीच मिळाला मेरे
Everywhere health sector has been
we will
improving.
be wait, yeah. There are 2 years for Goa elections.
No, let's not talk about Goa. Let's talk about Delhi.
But you're not talking about Goa.
I'm talking about Delhi. See look at the electricity. Look at the
You were
electricity.
worried that we wouldn't have too much to talk about.
You know the
Delhi.
revamping. Look at the revamping of electricity in Delhi. Let's not talk about the free units.
Talk about water.
I will talk about water
Talk
after
about
that.
water.
So first electricity. Forget about the free units. Okay. The number of people, every household, every office had a generator.
Earlier.
Now the generator companies have released statistics to say that our generator sales have dropped to almost zero in Delhi.
But you have to come and check in India. All industries have generators. You go to
See-
Asagaon,
see-
Delhi hub. Without a generator, you cannot run a restaurant there.
See, in
Try it
Goa,
and see.
in Goa, even from like
That's why the ads are coming of the government. Tamnar, Tamnar.
yeah, in Goa, without a generator, you can't do business.
You can't.
You can't do business. I am running a small bar and restaurant. We can't do business without a generator because every week for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, the electricity will go. It is not as bad as it was say 10 years back, but it's still the fact that the electricity is going. In Delhi, which was the national capital, electricity used to go. I worked in Bombay. Bombay used to be flooded 4 feet, 5 feet flooding across Bombay, but electricity never went. The whole of Bombay is flooded, but the electricity is just not going. In Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal and his government achieved the same thing. The electricity just does not go in Delhi. Transformer by transformer, high tension wire by wire, they went and they rectified the entire network.
Okay. Now tell me one thing.
This kind of work cannot be done after having corruption. So when someone puts an allegation that you did an excise scam, there is no money found in an excise scam. There is the excise policy was not even implemented. So if you implement a policy, you say this is the new policy and now I'll make money from it. The policy was not implemented only.
Was withdrawn.
Yeah, the policy was withdrawn. So what excise scam? Just because you call the kettle grey, it does not become grey. If it's black, it's black.
We never called the kettle grey. As you rightly said,
Okay.
Congress was the one who had complained against the government of
Correct.
Yeah, but
Arvind Kejriwal led government.
the point is,
But that's
you
what
know,
the BJP
the
do
point
now.
is the Modi Sarkar and Mr. Narendra Modi himself said ये free की रेवड़ियाँ हमारी सरकार और हमारे देश के लिए खतरनाक है and all that nonsense that he spoke about. That same Narendra Modi in his भाषण has said जो भी आम आदमी पार्टी ने दिया है हम वही देंगे. अरे you said free की रेवड़ियाँ देने की जरूरत नहीं है. देश खतरे में है फ्री की रेवडिया आणि आता तोच म्हणता की आम आदमी पार्टीने दिला तिथले आम्ही दितले.
Okay, now wait one second. Okay, fine, fair enough. So ultimately you all agree, everybody agrees that welfare schemes are important.
Of course they are important. It is a election
It is
of
depending
have-nots.
upon-
It is an election of have. See, Glenn, it is an election of have-nots versus the haves. Okay, and in our country, whether you like it or not, the people who are the have-nots outnumber the haves.
Yeah, of course.
So the have-nots are getting what they deserve.
So
they are getting, just a small thing. The number of girls who were attending school in Delhi has increased. That was a survey that was done, that even though you do the school very well, you put air conditioning in the school, the girls are not able to reach the school because the parents don't have money for their transportation. One small thing of overnight saying that every woman will get free transport, the number of girl students in the schools and colleges went up.
Yeah.
It went up drastically.
Okay.
Now this is called deliverance of welfare scheme.
Fair enough. This is a political speech, no problem. I agree with it. I think it's
I am a politician. No, I am going to give political speech.
Yeah, but Baba, you guys are not. See, Sudesh, what I am trying to say is that ultimately today, see, we are not a welfare state, right? We are a very, very rich state. If you go to see, look at the amount of money that Indians have. We have bought this JLR and all these big car companies, which once upon a time UK had come here and bought India. We are going to UK and you are buying the UK. The point is not that. My point is, but this welfare schemes today are important. I have no issues with welfare. By the way, what I am asking you all is why, if it is so important, why is it not? Why people say okay, fine, we have to do it? Why criticize? Why? What is the
Yeah,
issue?
what is the need?
Efficiency,
Use the word
all
remedy.
these things. So is this one of the things that you have to attack? Second thing, corruption. So are these two things that you think will give you a figure of what you were saying, 40-45 for the BJP? What do you think? Are these the issues? My point is very clear.
मैं पीने का पानी साफ दूंगा. That thing he never answered.
See, now this is a political speech.
Secondly, about the liquor scam. See, people are not fools and meant to, listen to that same cassette again and again that, I've given this, I've given that, I've not given this.
Not given, Baba, giving, currently giving. Aizvi dita.
Let me talk.
It's end. Papers to comments. So now we have to see the
So
new
now basic necessity is water. If the water is poisoned, then what is the whole system in? Where we are heading to? If we spoke about electricity, at the same time water goes in hand. Water mafias in Delhi are increasing like anything. Water is become a business. pipelines have been run by, overhead pipelines, hose is being run, and they are selling water in Delhi. And the basic, whichever family, poor families are there, they are not even getting clean amount of water. Where the money is going? I feel next scam will be water scam. Nowhere in the country you will hear there is a scam of water. A liquor scam, that is the most shameful thing. We have heard Colgate scam, we have heard 2G Spectrum.
Coal.
And it is then termed as Colgate, then 2G. And that thing was like a normal person couldn't understand what is 2G. Back then.
Okay.
And each liquor scam, water scam, everywhere. And that
let me bring in Mayur. We have not brought in Mayur. Mayur Bab, now we've been talking about welfare schemes and scams and all, and you're sitting there and listening to us. Now, why don't you give in a little bit weigh in on this discussion? क्या है welfare मांगता है, scam मांगता है, corruption मांगता है. मेरे हिसाब से तो इंडिया के लोग को करप्शन तो इतना पॉलिटिकल इशू नहीं है. व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट इज हम लोग कल कैसा पैसा करने वाला है, वेदर वी आर ऑन अ लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड. हमको गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस में जाके लाइक झगड़ा करने का है, और टुमारो ऑन द रोड पीपल आर गोइंग टू शाउट एट अस. व्हाट आर द इश्यूज यू फील दैट आर गोइंग टू बी देयर इन दिल्ली, बिकॉज दिल्ली इज द fulcrum, or everybody from North India and even from many parts of South, they come to Delhi and they make. So what do you feel is going to be the new focus of elections, starting with this new year in Delhi? New year, Delhi starts with the elections and it goes on to the other part. आपके हिसाब से?
Well, Glenn, we should understand the new India post 2014. Before 2014, we used to see citizen facilitation center. We used to see like local leaders are opening up a Lok Kalyan office to do people's work, helping them for PAN card, ration card and everything. Post 2014 and especially after Corona period, the digitization has so vast reach now that even a small villagers just need a few clicks to get whatever he wants. So look at the politics changing after that. The politics is completely on convincing people and directly giving them what they want. Matter is very clear. This is the reason why after 2018 we can see that the candidates who are dropping from the parachute are winning the elections. Why they are winning elections now? Because the need for the physical government or the person who is standing in front of you doing your job is reduced to the few clicks by Digital India. Alright? And now mobile is a basic necessity. Internet is become a basic necessity. The corruption about which we are talking, we are shifting from savings economy to spending economy. Look at the government's figures. People are now not doing as much fixed deposit and not buying LIC policies or recurring deposit in the post office as they used to do 20 years back. Instead, they want a good quality life. Now with this shift and with the change of thinking of the people again, as I said few minutes back, the people who are not being able to reach up to that point should be given with the direct facility. And what is the direct facility? It's money. Matter is over. So there is no doubt that you can finger to the government or you can say to the government that so and so facilities are not given. You have been given with the money. You have been given with the subsidies. You have been given with the free facilities. Now and carry on. Go on. Keep moving. And this is what the modern India is. The freebies, which are now no longer an issue, I suppose. Now each and every government is giving out freebies, be it Congress, be it BJP, and there is nothing wrong as what I feel. Yeah, few things. Sorry.
No, is
Glenn, you were
corruption
saying
an
something.
issue also? No, go on. I can hear you. Go on. Go on.
So the point is, the basic necessities should never be charged. We are almost becoming like a 5 trillion economy. We have crossed 3 trillion of economy. And a common man or the last person should be getting its advantages and benefits. And how you can give him? He has got the education, he has got a graduate, now he is a graduate, he is learned, education is free up to 10th, in few states up to 12th the education is free. India is on path of United States. If you want to see how is India going to develop in next 20 years or 40 years, stop it, pause it, and see the newspapers of United States 40 years back. All right? Before 40 years, what used to happen in United States is happening now in India. And there is nothing wrong in it.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
rich is becoming more
Corruption.
rich.
Corruption.
And if you don't give freebies to the person who is marginalized, is not able to be into competition, he's not been able to touch the minimum mark, they should be given the support. Else there will be the questions of reservation. There will be riots on the streets of India. Do you want to divide India? You want to kill the? Don't do it. Give them facilities.
What about
Education
corruption?
should be free.
Corruption.
Medical
Is that
should
an
be
issue?
free. Transportation should be free. Once the basic necessities are given with the free, there can not be any issues for those who are not been able to meet with the common problems, and this will keep economy rolling.
And also this will probably cut down corruption. Is that what you say?
Exactly the corruption, the theft, the organized crime, everything will come down. This is very much necessity of the time.
Viraj Babu, what is he saying?
I agree with him. So it is, if you look at the olden times, in the 70s, 80s, ours was like a socialist wherein we used to give lot of.
It was very bad to make money. I remember
Yeah,
our parents used to shout at us.
So
Making
if
money, dhando.
so you were penalized for making money. The
Exactly.
income tax was so high, and then so on. So from there, in 90s, we shifted after the liberalization.
Nationalism.
We shifted towards an economy which would grow on its own. So in last 20 years, India has grown by leaps and bounds. But what has happened is there is certain section of the society which has still not come to that level. So there are people living below poverty line. There are people who are struggling with their day-to-day needs and making ends meet, and this has increased slightly because of the inflation which is happening. So they have started to feel the pinch even more. So I think targeted schemes towards such people is the need of the hour, and I think there's nothing wrong, like people getting free water, 20 units, even in Goa 16 units. If you consume within that level, that helps.
Flat
them.
owners also should be given. No? Why only a single dwelling owner? That's
So,
the most unfair.
yeah,
What
AAP
is that?
actually-
people don't live in flats, so only they live in single unit. I think what is the
So
thing?
AAP actually, I think, does it slightly better because they have like
More
proper
efficient.
targeted towards
20
rickshaw.
kiloliters of water is given free. 20 kiloliters.
Yeah,
is,
so-
it, is it water
No,
is
let
consumable?
me
one
just
second,
complete.
one
Let me just complete. So they are doing it
Yeah,
in a
it's
slightly
important, but so-
slightly better way because they have schemes for rickshaw drivers, taxi drivers, and so on. Even in Goa, we have schemes for motorcycle pilots. So
yeah.
that is what is required. Even the Ladli Lakshmi scheme was introduced. It was for everyone. Now they've realized
It
that
was
there
for
has
the
to be
super rich as well as
so now they've realized there has to be an income limit. So that's a good thing because it has to go to people who really want it, and we cannot afford to give it to everyone, right? So someone who can afford, why take that scheme or things like that. So even that gas cylinder and subsidies, I think it has to be targeted towards the lower section of society. For so long we've been giving ration at very low cost for below poverty line people and so on. So it has to be that kind of thing, and I think it is required, like Mohit ji said, in the next 5-10 years India is going through that phase where US went through, And that's how, if we lift the population which is below poverty line, the marginalized
Give them
section, if they
basic-
come up, then India will progress.
But there's an
Probably
issue.
in that
There's
phase.
an issue here. There's an issue because we are.
No, but how do we manage the fiscal
Ah.
deficit by doing so? That's something which is interesting, and I am not very sure if political parties are paying attention to that fact. Giving schemes is fine, but they have to balance it with increased revenue and so on.
Now see, the BJP, has what you're talking about, has done these calculations perfectly. You look at it, it's couched in very different. Viksit Bharat. What is Viksit Bharat? You have to, your GDP has to increase, he has to go up by so much percentage for it to reach so much trillion, because automatically everybody comes up like 7, 8%, 9%, 10%. The Prime Minister, and that's the reason why many of us, give him a huge amounts of credit. He couches it in a different way. Why? Because the common people will not understand what you're trying to say. So if the GDP level and all goes to 8%, 9%, 10%, automatically more money is poured in. Of course, there will always be Adanis and then there will always be Ambanis and there will always be some 2,000-3,000 crores wedding. But the general populace also goes up because that money, what is spent, goes everywhere. But as they say, it's always the implementation which is an issue, because though the central government has got lots of issues, like central government also is like largely is very interested even in a place like Goa, which is theoretically doing very well, but our GDP growth was 2%, I think. When for us to reach that Viksit Bharat in 47, we have to be 10%, I think. So it's always the implementation which is a problem. That is the reason why India, instead of taking 47, probably will be 20, I don't know, 3,000. Because this is what you're talking about is absolutely, and in India with a little bit of money, you can really live a very comfortable life.
No, and see, if you look at India, the major problem, even Goa, if you look at the major problem that is happening is the rural population is going down. No one wants to live in
but
rural Goa.
that's a development. It's all over the world. You look at the surveys.
Yeah.
The cities become bigger and the rural becomes.
And because India has so much population, the cities, if everyone migrates to the cities, they are
It's
not
a
able
burst. It
to,
will
the
burst.
infrastructure and all the water, light, everything, garbage, it's not able to hold that population. So it's high time some stimulation is required for rural India, and such schemes, even if it might be 1,500 or 2,000 per month, for someone who's staying in rural India, it makes a huge difference, like Maharashtra, MP, those areas.
See, what has to improve, the only thing what has to improve, I think, because AAP is still running very small state, and Punjab, it's not doing all that hot. It has to improve a lot. BJP, which has got very, very good schemes, the reviews and implementation suck. Even in a small state like India, look at the implementation, it sucks. The thought, the process, everything is perfect, but implementation sucks. Imagine in a large state like say UP, or you can only develop certain areas because they are so huge. So that probably is one of the things which the welfare schemes seek to put bandage on instead of doing large scale surgery. Anyway, guys, this is
I'll just add
Yeah.
to it. So what
final words from
there is a major problem which is happening. Once you come up with some scheme, I'll give you a couple of examples. One is that BH car registration. So you
All
get
India
that
scheme.
Bharat series.
India.
So if you are an employee of a company which has offices in 4 states, now it's an excellent scheme for someone who gets transferred to different states and but the problem is people come up with another scheme to counter that. So there are entrepreneurs who are like showing you as an employee for a fee, and then you get to register your car in the BH series, and then you resign. So people are doing such things like Startup India. There are a lot of schemes which are there for startups. Now there are companies established only to convert your normal form into a startup so that you can get those schemes, and they facilitate everything for a fee. So I mean, this kind of thing comes up, and then that
India.
yeah.
Francis, last words here, like
Last words, like Arvind Kejriwal ji has said,
And figures.
55 seats we are guaranteed to win in Delhi, and seeing the voting percentage, he had said if the women voters come out in large numbers, we will cross or we'll reach the 60 mark. After seeing the polling today, I am pretty confident that we are going to reach between the 55 to 60 mark, and I think it's a it's basically because of the work that has been done. Like they have said, Kaam ki Rajniti, it's the work that has been done. Before I finish, I'd like to just give Sudesh Bab some facts and figures. I won't go through the entire thing, but I'll just tell you about the Delhi Jal Board. The capacity, Delhi Jal Board's capacity is calculated in million gallons per day. 1 gallon is about 3.7 liters, and from 2020 to 2024, right? We have gone up from 836 million gallons per day to 1000 million gallons per day. That is the increase in the capacity. From 82% of reach to households in Delhi, it has gone to 93%. The reach of potable water has reached 93% of the households in Delhi, gone up from 82% in 2020, right? The water charges, the water development charges that were 440 rupees per square meter was being calculated as water development charges. That has been brought down from 440 rupees to 100 rupees per square meter. So this is the kind of work that has been done by the Delhi Jal Board in water. And when people, if you see all of the videos that whether it's NDTV is doing or whether it's Aaj Tak is doing, when people are asked about pani aa raha hai or pani saaf aa raha hai, people are saying that हाँ pani aa raha hai aur saaf aa raha hai. पहले 2 घंटे आता था, अभी 4 घंटे आता है. So this is what, and people vote on the basis of that. So
okay.
this is what the work that has been done, and that's why we are pretty confident. I'm smiling the whole day, and I'm going to be smiling on the 8th also, to say that 55 to 60 seats Aam Aadmi Party is going to get in Delhi.
Sudesh?
To all that fact and figures what Francis gave, the big question mark is the water safe? Is it consumable? Secondly, about the seats, what you are saying. The only and only party is talking about Viksit Bharat 2047 is the Bharatiya Janata Party. Our Prime Minister is talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat and Swayambhurna Goa in Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant. As far as seats are concerned, we are crossing from 8 seats at the moment. We will touch up to 43 to 45 seats on the 8th of February. Delhi people are smart enough to choose and give a BJP chance to rule the double engine Sarkar and see the deliverance of the development what is there all over India.
I just go to this freebies or welfare, just scheme. Because आम्ही जेन्ना welfare scheme म्हणटा पळय, welfare scheme नाल्यार तेका actually word आसूंक जाय facility. And basic facility म्हणटा ते is education, sports, health sector, water and electricity. आणि आयच्या तरेन आमी digitalize. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक बायल एक समाज एक पॅन कार्डान चेंजीस करपाक जाय जाल्यार पॅन कार्ड ताका अपडेट करपाक जाय, समज बर्थ डेट, जाल्यार आमी आमच्या कडेन खंय सेंटर ना.
Can do it online.
Center no, online you can do it, but online कोण करता, समज खबर ना, ऑनलायन खबर ना, आता थोड्या आसा थोड्या खबर, ती फॅसिलिटी म्हणटा न्हू, गरिबांची फॅसिलिटी तुमी दिवपाक जाय वेलफेअर स्कीम, जाल्यार ताका 100 रुपयाच्या जाग्यार ताका 500 रुपया चार्ज करता. एक्चुअली भायर गव्हर्मेंट 100 इन गोवा,
ओके
500. आमी तांकां बायलांनी कितले दितले 1,500 रुपया एक पॅन कार्ड आनी बाकीचे हे करपाक आमी ताका 500 रुपया हे करता. सेकंड थिंग इज वॉटर. हेणी म्हटले स्वयंपूर्ण गोवा, आमचो विकसीत भारत, कळ्ळें, आमकां 24 hours सोडून दी, 4 वरां उदक तरी येता आनी उदक सारकें येता. आनी कालची जी स्ट्रॅटर्जी ट्रॅजीक जाला बार्देजान, 7 दीस उदक ना, बॅकअप प्लॅन कांयच ना. हो विकसीत आनी स्वयंपूर्ण गोवा खंयचो? ओके. सेकंड थिंग आमी स्पोर्ट्स एंड एज्युकेशन म्हणटा. आयज एज्युकेशनाक आमी फ्री म्हणटा, बट तुमी पळया थंयसर कितले पयशे जाता ते. PTA फंड करून एज्युकेशन बांदले वयता, PTA फंड करून बाकीची डिजिटल सर्विसीस दिवची पडटा. गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन ना फंड दिवपाक तो एज्युकेशनाक. जेन्ना हांव म्हणटा कितें वेलफेअर स्किमीच्या जाग्यार हे घालपाक जाय.
These are all welfare schemes only what you're talking about.
Yeah. Welfare scheme is a facility. The facility, rightly you said, no. अरे तुम्ही त्यांकाच उदक दितले, बाकी फ्लॅटान रावपाक उदक दिवचे ना. त्यांचे राइट्स नो दे. It's not our right. Electricity, water and the roads is not right. तुझ्या घराकडलं हे करचो ना. सगळे you are also citizen, we are also citizen, आणि आमकां ती फॅसिलिटी बेसिक फॅसिलिटी गव्हर्मेंटान दिवपाक जाय. खंयचो गव्हर्मेंट?
Okay, anyway, we were talking about Delhi, we've come to Goa. I think we started the election campaign early in Goa. I don't think Suresh needs to reply to this.
The election campaign in Goa never stopped only.
But now, at least this time, I think that the electioneering is coming in the election campaign is starting early this year for the local lot, and this time it's going to be a big issue because of this influx of migrants and the type of facilities that the politicians are supporting these migrants against the locals and trying to. That is going to be an issue this time, and this is going to be an issue that even Glenn Costa for the channel will take up.
You have to take one.
Goa, yes, Goa.
One day you have to take
but
for that welfare scheme मध्ये घालूंक
that I don't.
ती चड जाता.
That the government can do its own propaganda. But this is something that we will take up for the Goa election. But as far as Delhi election is concerned, now we have to see the figures. According to me, BJP 20, 25, up around 50. Bakiche Congress, I don't know. I may be wrong. I may be Rahul Gandhi's brilliant strategy, some inside thing. I don't know, but I don't think they will cross 3 seats. So if I may be wrong, I may be right. I don't know. We have not done a survey, so these are figures from what I see, what I have heard, and what I have spoken to people and various. We've not done a survey. This is a disclaimer. So Virat should not be blamed if the figures are. These figures are my this, but approximately we will see. Thanks a lot, Viraj Babu. Thanks, Francis. Thanks, Sudesh. And thanks, Vijay Bhai. Thank you. And we shall be back on the 8th at 12 o'clock, 12 to 1, and from 4 to 6. Also, our assembly audit will be there on the 7th between 4 to 4:30. Where our assembly is tomorrow and day after, where we will be discussing the assembly session. Thank you, and keep watching Goa 365. It's me, Glenn.